We are special people, called to be kings, and we have the staff in our hands. The earth and its riches belong to our God. Let's go and reclaim our land. Let us walk together, 'cause we love each other, and we have one Father, one Spirit, one Lord. As long as we are truly walking in the Spirit, whatever is formed against us, we shall conquer. Let us put asunder. Let us put asunder the flesh from the spirit. For the flesh must die, but the spirit would live. Time is right here that God is looking for worshipers in spirit and truth. Let us walk together, 'cause we love each other, and we have one Father, one Spirit, one Lord. As long as we are truly walking in
Protection against HIV. In today's edition, we'll be looking into a topic: sexual abstinence. What is sexual abstinence, if I may ask? It is not involving or engaging yourself in any form of sexual intercourse when you are still young, for the youths. Some people say, why is it that there's a topic sexual abstinence? We should abstain from sex, we should stay totally away from sex. Yes, there are many reasons why you should stay away from sex. They will also say that it is a means of reproduction, that without sex, I won't be giving birth, you won't be giving birth, reproduction won't take place. Yes, it's true, but for the youth out there, it's a very good reason why we should abstain from sex. You should stay away from sex, premarital sex, until you get married. Because if you keep having sex now, there are a lot of dangers attached to it. There are a lot of disadvantages in sex, in premarital sex. What are the disadvantages of premarital sex? One is unwanted pregnancy. If you involve yourself in premarital sex, you are going to carry a baby you don't want. You're going to be pregnant. You're going to have unwanted pregnancy. And when you have unwanted pregnancy, you're going to bring shame to your family. You bring shame to yourself. Friends are going to laugh at you. It's going to deprive you of a lot of things you've been dreaming of doing. That's why it's possible for us to abstain from sex. Another is contracting STIs, the sexually transmitted infections. These sexually transmitted infections, when they enter into your system, like the gonorrhea, syphilis, etc., when they enter into your system, they will destroy you. They could even make you to be unreproductive. They could make a woman barren. Maybe you'll be dreaming of giving birth to a good number of kids. In the long run, you find yourself with this one of these STIs that will damage maybe one part of your reproductive system. You won't be able to give birth to children, and that is bad. This is a disadvantage of premarital sex. Another disadvantage is contraction of HIV and AIDS. This HIV is the human immunodeficiency virus, a tiny germs that when it enters into your system, it destroys your body immune system that acts as your body soldiers, that helps you to resist diseases, resulting into AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, that causes AIDS. That's a very, very deadly disease that destroys you and makes you down. Thank God for medical practitioners that have discovered a therapy that could prolong someone living with this HIV virus. Now, someone living with HIV can live from 15 years and above through the help of these antiretroviral therapies, and do some necessary things advised that are speculated for you to do by a doctor. Then, we're talking about abstain. You just sit back and fold your arms. No, you don't sit back and fold your arms. There are necessary things you need to do in order to abstain from sex. One of these is avoid going to night parties. Night parties are very dangerous for you. It's unhealthy for you that say, I want to abstain from sex. Some of the night parties, a good number of the night parties, not even some of them, are sexually charged. In some of the night parties, a lot of deadly things are going out there. You can see they have a lot of rapists out there that could rape you if you are a girl. You could, after the night party, going home in the night, and a rapist will see you and get you raped, and you won't be able to get help from there. Even in the night party, consumption of alcohol, a lot of reckless behaviors are being done there, because a lot of dark corners are around there. Some boys see this as an opportunity to practice some of their evil acts in there. You could be raped. You could get yourself intoxicated with alcohol. For the guys, when you get yourself intoxicated with this alcohol, you won't be controlled by the spirit of alcohol. You won't know what you are doing again. And in the long run, you may want to have pleasure, to enjoy yourself with sex, and you remember you are saying you are abstaining from sex. When you are controlled by this spirit of alcohol, you won't even remember that you want to abstain from sex. You go and sleep with someone, who knows, because they say his HIV does not show in the face. You can't look at someone physical and know that his contract is living with this HIV. It's only a laboratory test that can prove that someone is HIV positive. When you sleep with this person, you may be at a risk exposing yourself to this deadly scourge HIV, and you contract it. Now your life is at stake. A lot of things you plan to do in the future, you won't be able to achieve them. Another is bad company. There are a good number of friends that will keep advising you that if you haven't have sex before, you're not a big boy. They will tell the girls you're having painful menstruation is because you've not had sex before. They will tell you that it causes menopause, that you won't be able to give birth in future if you haven't had sex. You are not a big boy, you're not a big girl, you are inferior. In fact, they are going to do a lot of things to you. If you are walking on the road, they will jeer at you, laugh at you, call all sorts of names at you, call you a Jew man. That is why you should stay away from bad company if you want to abstain from sex. If you notice such friends that do tell you something to do, you avoid them totally. You stay away from them. Another is free ride. Accepting free ride from people that you don't know. Yes, many of these men that say, I want to give you a lift, I want to take you to I want to just help you, take you to your destination. Some of them have bad things in mind. They could even use a charm and charm you in the vehicle you are with them, and take you to a hotel and take advantage of you. Who knows, this is someone who is living with HIV that want to share his own HIV, and he's giving your own share of the virus. And when you now have the virus, you know your life is now at stake. You could die any moment. That is why you should avoid free rides from people you don't know. Even some people that you know and maybe you don't trust the person. Be careful. That's advisable for you to pray every day. Pray in the morning and pray in the night before you go to bed. That God will reveal some secrets of you again if you pray to God very well. Get involved in religious activities. When you get yourself involved in religious activities, the pastor, the priest there are going to groom you, direct you on how to live your life, not to get. Another is for you to build your self-esteem. When you build your self-esteem, you know how to go about your life. People won't be able to pressurize you to do what you are not supposed to do, what you didn't plan for, what you never even thought of doing in your life if you build your self-esteem. I advise you to have a high self-esteem in order to know yourself. Be aware of yourself. Know what you are. Again, it's for you to set a limit to every relationship you keep. Set a limit. Know that, see how this relationship is going to go. See how it's going to move. See the things we should do in this relationship and see the things we shouldn't do in this relationship. That is how you are going to abstain from. And again, do not accept gifts that will compromise your stand from people you do not trust or know. Even people you know. Like I've seen a situation, a girl who was dating a girl for many years, lavishing her with a lot of gifts. Suddenly the boy came out from nowhere that the girl should pay for all the gifts. And what did she tell the girl to pay with? The girl was giving the guy money, the guy refused, that she is going to pay with her body. So you should be careful with type of gifts you accept from men. Men are very wicked. They're saying that men don't give things for free, you know. They don't give things for free. When they give you, they want an exchange for it. And some of them exchange with sex. You should avoid. Maybe the person is now with HIV. He wants to give you your own share. That yes, we've been dating for a very long time now. You should also die with me with the HIV since you love me. Yes, you shouldn't accept such gifts that will compromise your stand. Again, you should avoid being alone with the opposite sex, most especially in dark corners where you be able to get help from. You avoid such, because if you are there with them, they could take advantage of you, rape you. Someone wants to discuss with you. No, come into an open place and discuss with you where people can see us. So in case he's trying something fun, you could scream and get help from people. Be honest from the beginning, and by saying no to premarital sex. Not when you are saying no. Your non-verbal means of communication with the person pressurizing you to have sex with him or her is saying yes via your eye contact, the way you are dressed, indecent dressing. You are still entering the person's room, sitting down with his room, telling no, I don't want to have sex, doing very soft and light with light body. No, the person will know, yes, you are still interested. When the person is kissing you, you are still there with the person. No, it is bad. You should leave that scene. Leave the scene because it is unhealthy for you. Indecent dressing. Avoid indecent dressing. Not only in your indecent dressing with the guy in the room, no. Indecent dressing on the street. You could be dressed indecently on the street. A mad person could see you and rape you. No, not only a normal human being, mad people could even rape you. So a girl was dressed indecently. A mad person saw the girl and sucked her breast to death. The girl died there instantly. So it's very advisable for you to stay away from sex. Say no to sex and you will live long. For more information, you could follow me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/firstfem, or visit my website www.firstfemsworld.webs.com, or email me firstfem124@yahoo.com. My phone numbers are 070 3065 9300 or 070 6860 3136. Thank you and God bless.
We are special people, called to be kings, and we have the staff in our hands.